Good morning, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm assuming good morning for most of us here. For most of us, probably a good morning. I don't know. As soon as I can, we'll do a quick audio check. Let's get a few things pulled up here. Get a few things pulled up. Why not? All right, let's see what we got. Let me check this audio. Wow, that's loud. All right. Let's get on the right account here. I'm going to be trading our Take Profit Trader eval. Let me check something right quick. 1, 2, 3. Uh, 92. Take Profit Trader account 92. What up? Hey, yes, how's it going? Yeah, Bowser, no stream today in New York, so we're making up for that just by trading the London. Just making up for that by trading the London here. So 403 is the Asia low down there. Appears to be equal lows as well. We ran the Asia high. And looks like the previous day high as well. Yeah. Did ES run the Asia high here? It did run the Asia high, not the previous day high. We'll see what's up. Yeah, Lexi, a little early. We're coming for every viewer possible. What up, Batista? How's it going this morning? Let's see what we get here at open here. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of got some trend line liquidity built up here. Not a lot. Oh, wait, I want to move over to the next. Let me change this. I want to move over to the new contract. I think it's time to do that. That might change what we're looking at here. Let me do that on the ES as well. Let's see here. Let's get the ES switched over as well. That might change what we're looking at. That just might change it. Yeah, that changes it a bit. No, not really. Very similar setup. Volume imbalance on the 4 hour. Do we have one? Also have relative equal highs up here on the hourly. That's probably out of reach for today. or for this morning. I don't really see an imbalance on the 4-hour, but sometimes these quantile charts are a bit funky, to be honest with you. So very well could be one there. I like the look of that wick there, 707. It's inside a fair value gap. So we'll kind of see what happens here at open. Got about 6 minutes until 3. Got about 6 minutes until the 3 a.m. open. Yeah, ES kind of still has not ran the previous day high yet. I'm assuming there's more volume on the new contract now. I didn't even look. Anybody look yet? We'll see if we get any moves. Sometimes we do music. It just depends. Yeah, I know, Alexi. I just don't like that it plots everyone because not all fair value gaps mean something. So for me, it's just easy to mark it out myself. Good morning to Mimi Zilmi. What up? Jam, I'm just, my son is having surgery today on his knee. And, so have to leave at 4:15. Have to leave basically at 4 a.m. Eastern this morning to take him to the surgery center. So I figured it's going to be no New York session for me. So really may as well just jump on here and give you guys an hour. That's all. That's all. All right, let's find equal highs or equal lows here. We got some equal lows there, looks like. Let me make sure. 684.25. Yep. Yeah, I like to mark out the highs and the lows if we can find equal highs or lows. Yeah. So, you know, we'll see what happens today. We're going to be fairly patient. Obviously, I think we run the 684. Kind of something like this at open, probably. Let's take out that buy side at 707. And let's try to find some sort of inversion out of this to take us back down to at least 84. Maybe try to get a runner going. Something like that. We'll see. Goodness, it's just two different platforms. That's all. I mean, NinjaTrader 8, you're going to have more customization, more indicators, and things like that. Oh, I got you, Alexi. Yeah. Thanks, Jam. December contract has more volume now? Yes. That's kind of what I was thinking. I got to sneeze. Hold on. Well, we're just going to roll. The plan was to roll today. I was almost going to roll yesterday, but the volume was too close. It was too equal, so I stuck to the old one. Oh, yeah, Jim. He's got to start rehab, I think, tomorrow or the next day. I think tomorrow's his first physical therapy. So I've also had 2 knee surgeries. We've had an MCL repaired in my left knee and torn cartilage in the right knee when I was about his age, actually. I think I was probably a little younger. I was like 13. He's 15. But I had knee surgeries. I mean, you know, I don't want to say it's no big deal. It's a surgery. You know what I mean? He was playing basketball with his brother, and they were horse playing. So, you know, one thing led to another, and there you are. My MCL was something similar, playing basketball with some kids. But let's make sure we don't have a copier on here yet. There we go. Copier was on. Doing good, Yannick. How you doing? No, Jam. He's actually my stepson, but yeah, my knee was just from from football very early on. Sports injuries. That's what happens. So, no, it wasn't my DNA. I'm trying to decide if an $800 static is better than a $1,200 trailing. Alexi, have you considered the direct to funding, the $1,250 from Fast Track? That's pretty good. Account $800 pretty tight, even on a static account, unless you're just trading micros. If you're just trading micros, $800 is fine, because at the end of the day, it doesn't move. But it's up to you. What up, Zabak? What up? Got to take my kid to the doctor, to the surgery. He's having surgery this morning, so appreciate you, Jam. You're up editing early. All right, we got less than a minute here. I mean, price is not really showing a willingness to go higher just yet. So, oh, it's 9 a.m. I got you, Yoma. I didn't know where you were. I got you. It's not too bad here. It's 3 a.m. 3 a.m. All right, let's see what we get here at open. Like I said, I expect one of these to be ran. If I had a lean, I would say the 707s first. Or if I had a druther, if I would rather one over the other, then I would rather 707 be ran first. Because then we can look for a little short back to the 684s, possibly. Alexi, 5 p.m. Woo! Goodness. You must be somewhere on the other side of the world. I don't know where. That's like a 14-hour difference. 14-hour difference. Kind of a mild opening here. Australia. Oh, man, I like it. I want to visit Australia. How's it going, Zach? Good morning. I think Australia would be kind of fun to visit there. I kind of want to just take a long here into this, but I think it makes sense just to wait. I don't want to jump in for, 7 points. Even though I think it runs the 707. Actually, I might do it. Could risk 5 points for it, but we'll just wait. Bondi Beach. Never heard of that one, Yoma. I don't know what that is. Tell me more. What is Bondi Beach? It's probably a nude beach. Yannick, you could. I'm not going to blindly short 710. I'll wait for a setup out of that area. Cookie jar. I don't know. We're just here for today. Just today only. Oh, Perth. Gotcha. It's the most popular place. See, I would know. I would not know. I'm just an old country boy from Georgia. Again, I think it's pretty clear we should probably run the buy side at 708. Like I said, that's a wick sitting inside a fair value gap on the 15-minute chart. Seems like that's the draw, at least here early on. Yonex, let me look. It's kind of funny. They did pay me yesterday, like I requested on the 15th. And I already got the payout was sent email. So let me see if it hit my bank. Well, let's see if it hit my bank. I don't think it did. I'm still poor. Oh. Yeah, so it didn't hit my bank yet. This is why I didn't just take that long there. No, I'm waiting, Zabak. I'm not trading it today. Just going to wait. I mean, kind of annoying here. I wanted it to run that liquidity up there, and it didn't. I mean, I could probably take a cheap long here, but like, I think it probably, I mean, it's hard to tell what it's going to do here. It could sweep the 84s. It could run to the 07s. Like, we just don't know yet. Let's just be patient. Let's just be patient. So no payment yet from Apex, but I mean, I expect it to come. I did get the email saying that, you know, payment was on the way or whatever, which happened in one day, which was kind of surprising. See, it's right there. And that was, oh, no one showed that one. Whoop, 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 whoop. Your PA payment was sent from September 15th to the 20th. Yada, yada, yada. $30K U profit? I haven't checked that account out. You have to tell me more about it. I have not checked out the 30K U profit. I do like, if it's a static account, which that's what it sounds like, I do like static accounts. Melbourne and Sydney are way better. I want to take I mean, like, I really do want to travel. You know, I'd like to eventually do some traveling. I haven't done too much traveling overseas and stuff. It'll be kind of fun. Static on UProfit. I may have to check that out. I do like a good static account. Right now it's not really doing anything, huh? I think it's pretty obvious that it should run the 708s. When is kind of the question. I mean, I could risk like 15 points and put my stop down here. We do have equal lows at 684, so. Oh, it's 1,000 static for a 2,000 take profit. Yeah, that's not horrible. Not too bad. I think that's kind of par for the course there. Do I stab long? Here's the question. I mean, I do think the long plays. But does it play after we sweep the 684 or before? Is the question. Jimmy Zhang, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man, you the man. Yeah, you profit is a little bit like that. I think I've traded them before, but it's been quite a while. Quite a while. I think I'll stab long here. A little stabby. And what I'll do is, I think my stop will probably go something like this. 20 points. I'm going to give it room if it wants to pull back and sweep the 684, so we may average in. But it's not really doing anything. Yeah, Tradeify. Yeah, I'm with them as well. I was waiting to see if they would give me a custom code, but I have not received it yet. There's the link to Tradeify if you want to purchase it. If you guys didn't see, Fast Track is now having a 45% off sale, which puts your cost at about $100 per account, somewhere in there, I think. Something like that. So kind of above the 705s, we will go stop to break even. Probably could do it at 704. But being as it's the London session, we will give it a little more room just in case. Yeah, I think it's going to run the 08s. I just don't know when. Ideally, it runs it now. That would be ideal. But I don't really know. What account are we on? 9-2. What's going on here? So we'll see if it rips higher here or not. You know what's going to happen. It's just going to kind of consolidate here for a bit, and then the move will happen. It'll either be higher or it'll be lower. We don't know. We'll see which one. Higher or lower? We prefer higher first. And then we can look for a short. I'm getting some data latency. You guys seeing that? Are y'all getting that too? Getting data latency on almost every chart. How's it going, Cicerone? Almost every chart, data latency. What's the deal? Because the price is moving so much, we're getting all the data latency. All the data latency. I would normally lean the short here. We've kind of put in a lower high. We have equal lows below. We ran the Asia high, so normally I would just be looking for a short. But I just think we're so close to the 707s that we should run that, but we'll see what happens. Try to be a little more conservative. Or don't want to be super aggressive, but, you know, figure we gave it a few minutes. We'll see. What's up, George? How's it going? Yes, pushing up here to the 5703 high of day since we opened over there at 5703.25, so it's kind of approaching high of day. Another day, another dollar. Let's go. Oh, let me update my Streamlabs right quick. Let's update the Streamlabs for the fast track. I think, is today the last day? I'll have to check right quick on if it's the last day for the sale on Bulenox. There we go. We are updating it. Apex has max 2K. Yes to Mimi. The maximum 50K payout is going to be My Funded Futures, or because there's on the expert on My Funded Futures, I don't think there's a maximum. Who else would there be? Take Profit Trader, there's no maximum. So probably Take Profit Trader. What up, ICT? Oh, I don't hate you. I don't hate ICT at all. I don't hate anybody, to be honest. I'm just not a part of the cult that thinks that ICT is godly. But I trade the concepts. What up, Rock Driller? What was I about to do? Oh yeah, Bulenox. I was gonna check it. Just admit it. Okay, so the 90% off does end today at midnight on Bulenox. The cult of the Twitter salesman. Hey, ICT is a great marketer, right? Although he's not really selling much right now, but he's very good at marketing. And so is Mr. Patrick Wieland. Very good at marketing. Yeah, Zach, you are correct. I wasn't going to mention them, though. For obvious reasons. All right, let's see some expansion above that wick. I want us to run right through the 08s. It ticked it. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Who's doing it like methodical? Can't be too loud. People are asleep. Who's doing it like methodical over here, giving you $200 winners? Look at this thing just going. We left some on the table. Man. We should have got a runner going. We should have got a runner going. What were we thinking? Yeah, we don't mention them. No, I don't hate Topstep. I just, they're not paying me, so why mention them? And here's the thing, there was no reason for them to end the affiliate program, really. I was doing very well with them every month. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, not like a ton of money, a couple $1,000s, couple $1,000. So at the end of the day, a couple $1,000 is a couple $1,000, right? So yeah, he should just shut up or provide proof of profitability. Here's the thing, AS. You got to think about a lot of your gurus, furus, whatever you want to call them. Do they need to be profitable? And the answer is no, because you're going to have people who blindly follow them no matter what. So, I mean, no matter what your name is, now obviously, no matter who it is, they can just make money off people without ever showing proof, without ever doing anything, hide their account numbers and things like that. So they don't have to show proof. People still follow them. It's just how it is. You had dinner with the market makers yesterday? Let's go. Yonix is thinking 730 short. That's close. We already hit it. Yonix. 729.50. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Just people still follow them, so they don't have to. So, I mean, I don't think there's any reason for anybody to buy a course or anything like that. I mean, everything that you need to be successful in trading is available for free. It is available for free. Now, if you're very new, and let's say you're someone who's never traded before, and you don't even know the basics, and you pay for a course and it helps you learn, then I think that's fine. But I think if you have a basic knowledge of how trading works, that you don't really need a course. But that being said, if you take a course and it helps you and you feel like you got value from it, then that's all that matters. Yeah, Bonbon, this is an eval. One trade per account, 20-point average, Alex. That's nice. You get 20 points per account. That's a good day. Patrick, yes. Patrick is very good at marketing. He's a very good creator. Does he need to make money? I mean, I'll tell you guys this before. Patrick's making like $15K a day off affiliates. He doesn't need to make money trading. So, I mean, like, to be fair, I guess he no longer really hides that. He used to hide that, but he doesn't really hide it anymore. So, this is a very obvious fair value gap right here, right? It's like 15 points, 13, 14 points. So if we get a couple of momentum candles through this, you know, maybe a candle here, a little push up, and then a nice candle that closes heavy, then I wouldn't mind entering short there for these equal lows. We got a little bit of trend line liquidity built up here. But we'll kind of see what happens. We want to see momentum through this, though. So, yeah, I like Patrick, too. I can't trade. He's a funny guy. I mean, I followed Patrick for a long time. I used to try to not learn how to trade, but I used to watch him trade every morning for trade ideas and for entertainment. And that was when I was very, very new to trading, probably my first 6 months of kind of learning. You know, you try different strategies, you realize very quickly what works for you and what does not work for you, and his style trading does not work for me. Doesn't mean it's bad, it just doesn't work for me. So, his wife's cute. He's not married. I do find it comical that he says he has a kid. Now he's like, oh, I have a 12-year-old son. I've been following him since he started on YouTube in like 16 or 17. I've never seen him with a kid. So if he really did have a kid, he did a good job at hiding it. So he trades too fast. Well, I mean, I think like I tell people this all the time. It's like, can Patrick make money trading? Like if he had to, I think he can. I don't think he's a bad trader at all. I mean, I think he can. He just doesn't have to. When you're turned off from the money, when you're turned off from the risk, it does make it easier to trade. But it also makes it easier to win. It also makes it easier to lose, right? So, yeah, I don't think he has a kid either. Yeah, Zabak, I don't think he adopted anybody. So you did the math. Let's say both Apex and Take Profit Trader, you made $2,600. With Take Profit Trader, you can withdraw 80% of that. Why can you only withdraw 80%? Because, okay. Well, if you get over the threshold to Mimi, I thought that it was unlimited. I thought your payout wasn't capped on Take Profit Trader. So like once you get above the threshold, let's say you made $3,000, you could take that $3,000 out right away. Am I wrong about that with Take Profit Trader? It's pretty sure that's what it was. So, yeah, it's ICT. It screamed the rest of the stream. I can't stand it when he starts doing that. 80%. I don't know. I'll have to look at that because I thought my understanding with Take Profit Trader was once you reach the threshold, you could take out as much profits as you want as long as you left the buffer in. So I think what you're reading is taking out the buffer. But if you leave the buffer in, I thought that any amount above the buffer you could withdraw with no issues. Thought that was my understanding of the Take Profit Trader. I'll read it again to make sure. So we shall make sure. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you get to keep like your first X number of dollars. Patrick's going to shave his head. He shaved his head before. Pro Plus account. Pro account. Let's see what it says. I'm just looking at it right now to see. Yeah, Dima, kind of early here. Oh, Patrick was crying on stream. Oh, his weekend in jail. Yeah. I'm looking for their payout policy. Payout system. I don't know, it's hard for me to, I don't see anything. Let's see. What did you say you searched? Because I don't see it. Buffer zone. Pro account, profit split, and withdrawal rules. The power of 3. Yeah, I know there's a profit split, but I don't think the profit split is right away, right? Here we go. Let's see. So yeah, that's talking about inside the buffer zone. So if you're outside the buffer zone, I don't think that there's a limit. Because that does terminate the account. So it is an 80-20 right away with them. That's interesting. Yeah, Yanix, it's pretty dead at this point. I'm glad we took our $200. I mean, we didn't leave any points on the table, guys. No points at all, just 20. No points other than that. We left nothing on the table, guys. I'm happy with my $200. If we find another spot, we'll take it, but really, I'm not taking a long this high in the range. I will only take a short, I think, beyond this. So, but yeah, the I guess the advantages of Take Profit Trader is that you can take payouts every single day once once you're above the buffer. So I guess it is an 80-20 split, but once you're above the buffer, you can take a payout every single day if you wanted to. I'm trying to see if we have... So I don't see anything equal here. I'm just going to mark these levels out. I mean, the draw might be 813. I don't know that... I mean, we certainly probably aren't going to hit that during London. We could. More likely that we take out the 630s. You know, some of this down through here first. But we'll see. It still could pop through that 733. We'll see what happens. What's up, Marson? Am I planning on trading this morning? No, Owlboy. I am not. My son is having surgery today, so I will not be on for New York. Randy, I like ICT. I'm using ICT concepts to trade myself. I'm not like someone who thinks he's God of trading or whatever, like some people do, but I don't see anything wrong. I mean, obviously I trade inversions, which is a concept, you know, an ICT concept. So we also, I mean, these are right next to each other, so I don't put that much weight in them. 707.25. Yeah. So like this is it's an inside leg. So if one was being very aggressive, you could use this gap. But I would not probably take this trade. So if we kind of inverse this, you could take this and scale one at these equal lows and then target these down here. If you were being aggressive, it's not very big. I mean, the risk to reward's not bad on it. It's kind of a 1-to-1 to these. But and then try to hold a runner to here. I would probably wait for the outside gap to be inversed myself. Because this is not really the gap that's holding price up, right? This is the gap that's holding price up. So, but if you were being aggressive, you could take this. He's the GOAT. The GOAT. You prefer scalping? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the scalperoonies. I like to scalp. I scalp every day. That's how we do her. That's how we do her. What do we have today? Let me look and see. Let me check the news for you guys for today. Again, I won't be around. Oh, I typed the wrong thing. I might do a power hour stream. It's possible. Depends on like what time we get back and stuff like that. Well, it's a South Korea and China holiday today as well. I don't know if that means much, but we have retail sales this morning at 8:30. That might do a little something. Little red folder at 8:30. And then not much after that. I mean, I wouldn't expect this bond auction. I would expect that to maybe do a little something at 1. But the 10 a.m. news probably not going to do much. But 8:30 retail sales, that could do a little something. I don't expect it to be like a 100-point move or something like that. ICT, Take Profit Trader. So basically, they do have an end of day drawdown account. That's what I'm trading here. So the profit target is $3,000. You get $2,000 in drawdown. It does have an $1,100 daily loss limit, which is a hard breach. So if you hit the daily loss limit, it does blow the account. Once you're funded, it becomes a intraday trailing drawdown account. Same rules, $1,100 hard breach on the 50K. Right now they have a 50% off sale, which gets you the account for $85. Once you take your first payout, they refund you the $85. And once you get over the buffer of $2,600, then you can take daily payouts. As long as the minimum is above $250, you're not charged a fee for the daily payout. And they basically pay you in a day. So if you made more than $250 in a day over the threshold, then you could take that every single day if you wanted to. That's kind of how it works. Randy, he has basically torn cartilage. There's like this fatty portion of the knee right in front of the kneecap where it's been getting irritated. So every time he takes a step, his kneecap is basically pinching that fatty portion. And so they need to go in there and clean that up. Yeah, ICT, it is very similar to Apex, but the payout rules are a little more favorable. You don't have a payout window, and the pay is very quickly, although Apex has been recently paying out and improving faster, at least on this pay period. There's the 3350. Yeah, Randy, it should be like an in and out, a little cleanup type surgery. So there's the 733. We left a little something on the table there, just a little bit. I mean, not much. It's fine though. We're happy with our $200. Slow and easy gets you to the winner's circle. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Georgia. Northeast Georgia. We are just grinding higher. If you got long and you held a runner, congrats. Excellent job. Used to live in Myrtle. Yeah, not too far away. I think like 5 hours. No, I haven't seen his video on Apex. I'm not sure. When did he make a video on that? Sandersville, Georgia, rock driller. I don't know where that is. Sandersville? I've never heard of that. That must be that's got to be south. That sounds like a southern city. Let me see how far away it is from me. Sandersville, Georgia. Oh, it's not that far away. 1 hour and 55 minutes. What is that near? Oh, Milledgeville. Milledgeville, Georgia. Gotcha. Yeah. Sparta. This is Sparta. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I've probably been through Sandersville at some point, but they ban your account if you say anything bad about them. Did they? I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Randy, I'm waiting. I don't see anything here obvious to take a short for me. We need momentum to the downside to take a short, which we don't have. So I'm not I mean, I would lean short unless you're already long. If you're already long, great. But if you're not already long, I don't think it makes sense to take a long here. And we need momentum to the downside to take a short, in my opinion. Of course, you trade how you want. So, exactly, ICT. I do feel like that's probably, you know, actually yeah, we popped all that. This level here, did we put equal highs in there? $739. Nope. Off by a tick. Let's take a look up here. You know what? Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything obvious, equal highs or something. I don't really see anything. You'll close at 710. Yeah, I think that's a good area. I mean, I think if we hit 710, though, 685 might be in play, to be honest with you, if we pull back into this gap. But, I mean, I could see closing it before you hit this, once we're in this imbalance. You don't really know if this is going to hold or not, right? ES is approaching the pivot right there at 711, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I live in a small town, Two Rock Driller, very small town outside of Athens, Georgia. It's you know, I don't know what the population is, but it's a smaller town. We have let me count how many red lights we have here. Let's see. No red lights. We have 2 roundabouts. We have 2 roundabouts, no red lights. Just 2 roundabouts. Athens is nice, Randy, if you know where to go. There are certainly some unsavory areas. Some unsavory areas where you probably shouldn't be going. You know, that's how it is in a college town. A lot of people think it's like, you know, there's no crime, there's no this, there's no that. But the truth is, you turn the wrong corner and you're not in a great location. One way in, one way out. Yeah. It's just a one-way roundabout. You can't even go the other way. Starkville, Mississippi, I have not visible. I have not been to Starkville. The only other college town that I've been to is Auburn. I've been to Auburn. Auburn was pretty nice. I went to a Kenny Chesney concert in Auburn, Alabama several years ago. If you guys haven't already hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're not yet. Subscribe. Let's go. Just kind of grinding higher here. Trades, is that where you're from, Slade? Yeah, I liked Auburn. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. Randy, I've been trading. Well, how long have I been trading? Let's see. We're in September. So March to March and then March to September. So what is that? April, May, June, July, August, September. I think I've been trading like 20 months, maybe 21. I've been streaming for 18 months or so. maybe 22 months. I don't know. Right around 2 years. Right around 2 years, Randy. I started trading. I was interested in futures trading, and how I kind of get to the ability to do this was I sold my home during COVID and was able to save up. I had enough money basically to live a year without any income. So I decided to give the YouTube thing a go and start trading. And, so I had 1 year basically to make it work. And so far it's worked. So obviously I'm fully transparent. So I tell you guys what I make from affiliates and things like that. And so far the affiliates have beat my trading. You can see the trading payouts above my head there. I kind of found consistency and profitability in March of this year. So at about the 1 year mark of my trading, and been pretty consistent this year as far as payouts go. And this month is probably the first month where my trading is probably going to give the affiliates a run for their money. We might make more in trading this month than we did in affiliates. We'll see. Yeah, it's a full-time thing. We trade live every single day, but not typically at this time. Typically I trade New York, but not going to be trading New York today. Might take my laptop with me, but probably won't. All right, so here's if you want to be aggressive. If you want to be aggressive here, this gap on the 30-second chart is relatively obvious. 8 points. So if you believe that the draw is lower, then you could potentially take this gap. If we get a momentum candle through it, I don't think it would be horrible. I don't think it'd be a horrible idea. I guess there is a gap on the 1 minute as well, but I don't think it's... Is it that obvious? It's only 5.5 points on the 1 minute. Could be, I mean, this would be being very aggressive in my opinion. Very aggressive. Well, we'll see what happens here. Looks so far like it's going to hold. We are about 3 minutes outside the macro time here. So if we were going to get a pullback, you would expect us to kind of maybe get a pullback in that time there. You know, that's when we like to run a little bit of liquidity. So it wouldn't be a horrible time to take this short. There's not anything really holding this up. If you look to the left here, what's holding this up from going down to like the 720 area? Not much. So who did I learn from? So Randy, I tried out basically every strategy under the sun, and this is what I'm going to tell you. This is the best advice I can give you. You have to find a strategy that works with your personality. Because here's the thing. Just because the strategy works for someone does not mean it's going to work for you if it does not align with your personality. Well, you say, like, what do you mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is if you're someone who has anxiety and you're trying to trade a strategy where you're holding for 50, 60, 70 points, you're not going to be successful because you're not going to have the patience that it takes to hold the trade for as long as for the R that you need to hold it for, right? So if you're going for a 2R or a 3R and you don't have the patience to do that, you're not going to be successful. So I'm trading the inversion strategy because I recognize pretty quickly that I like to move my stop very quickly. And if you go back and you watch some of my old streams, when I first started streaming, a lot of times I would move my stop and then I would get stopped out, right? So I found the inversion strategy that I'm trading. Obviously, I knew about inversions, but this model that I'm trading is from Dodgy's DD on YouTube. So basically, what we do is, if we inverse, let's say that price closed below this gap here. Let's just say this had went down here and we closed here. This would be my entry. And then I'm moving my stop to break even at the first internal swing. So you can see how there to there is not very far, right? So I'm having to hold the trade for 5 points. I go break even, and then I target the equal lows. So the strategy that I'm trading aligns with my personality in that I move the stop very quickly. Everybody's different. So you can't just, there's no plug and play strategy that's going to work with your personality. And that's what you got to figure out. Okay, what do I do well? What do I not do well? What strategy aligns with what I don't do well, right? That's an important part of trading. So just because I trade the inversions and it works for me doesn't mean that's something that would work for you. Now, and I'll explain to you the difference. I just kind of went into a little bit of the detail. I might get stopped out because I move my stop quickly on 3 or 4 trades and then it goes without me, right? Because that's the way my strategy works. But it also keeps me out of losers. That one time where it pulls back and it's a 20-point loser, I'm not taking that loser. So you also have to be someone that is okay with being stopped out break even 2 times, 3 times before you get that 15, 20-point winner. And I am. That is fine for me. It may not be fine for you. Exactly. So here's the thing. This is closing below with a little momentum here. The problem for me is like this would be my break-even spot, right? So it already kind of hit that. I'm going to go ahead and take this because I'm already up $200. We are in the macro time. So I expect us to run some of this lower end liquidity here. I kind of expect maybe a little run lower. And if we don't get it, I'm completely okay with that. I'm going to probably put my stop in at break even at 26 here. You have to manage these trades a little different in London than you do in New York. So actually, I'm going to move my stop to break even if we get back below the 29s. Because if we move back below the 29 here, I really want to see this just move lower. And this could be against the draw on liquidity. We'll find out very quickly, right? If the draw is higher, this will just fail. But back below this wick here at 29, I'm going to go ahead and put the stop in at break even there. And then we will see what happens. So it'll be a very, very tight stop. But we'll give it a chance to go, but not like too much of a chance. We're not going to be too crazy about it. Still didn't move below the wick yet. Not dropping it yet. You have to display a little patience here during the London. There we go. Now I'm going break even. I don't want to see it come back now. And now we're up 5 points here. Like I said, I want to see this run lower now. We do have some consolidation here, so I will trail this down fairly aggressively here. So locking in 5 points there. And why am I choosing this wick here? I'm choosing this wick here because this is a wick sitting inside the next imbalance on the 30-second chart. So that's why I'm choosing this wick. And typically I would just leave the stop at break even and target this. But I want to lock in a little bit here as it moves down. Don't want to be too unreasonable. Should just run down to the 19s here. Back below this wick, I would expect it to see the 19s pretty quickly. Not really anything here holding us up. We do have a little consolidation, which I guess could give us a little bit of hold up there. Let's see, though. I mean, the stop to break even, I don't know. I could just leave. Well, I didn't move it back in time. I was thinking, like, the stop to break even probably makes more sense here than where I had it at. Because let's think about this logically. My stop to break even sits above this gap, which you would expect this to hold. So, like, the safest spot for the stop actually would still be right there. And this is a great example of what I'm talking about with this strategy, how I move my stop too quickly, right? So I didn't want to give up my profits here, so I wanted to get my stop in as quickly as we could, even though I'm pretty sure this is going to hit, right? It just came back and ticked me out. This would have been a safe spot for the stop, because we have the protection of this imbalance. So you would expect as long as this holds, we should continue lower. But we're okay with locking in $300 as well at the end of the day. You could ultimately target the 84s here if you wanted to. I would scale at 19. Obviously, I trailed it too tight, but not being results oriented, but like you don't really want to see this kind of stall here. You want to see this gap hold if it's going to continue lower. So if this closed back above this gap here, then this would be bad. That would tell you that probably you're going to get stopped out. So see how it closed back above? So if you're being results oriented, you're like, okay, well, we took 5 points. So there you go. So I think I mismanaged that, but at the end of the day, I mean, like, we still made money on it, but I do think I probably mismanaged that. You can see that that failed, but because of the strategy and the rules that we have in place, we still made money. $300 a day keeps the poverty away. Yeah, exactly, Andre. Exactly. My problem sometimes is just like being patient, waiting for the setup that I want, and that sort of thing. And I mean, you do have a structure shift here. You do have a structure shift here, and you know, so if you're a person who trades like the 2022 model, that would kind of be your entry short. Of course, this is just a structure shift on the 1 minute. I probably would at least go with the 3 minute if I was looking at it to really take an entry. Let's see. Not really doing it, but yeah, very small gap on the 3 minute. Not really anything obvious there. And again, that's what I was saying, like that short there is aggressive. But we're in the macro time. So if you have a setup that occurs during the macro time, typically it's got a higher probability of working versus if it's not in the macro time. So that's kind of how we do it there, if you're new here. Guys, Bulenox 90% off sale will end tonight. So if you're looking to support the channel, the coupon code is MM. 80% off APEX, and $85 lifetime fee is still going on as well. The coupon code is MYTH. $85 for the Take Profit Trader account, which is 50% off. They refund the $85 once you take a payout. Coupon code MM for that one. And then My Funded Futures. If you're new to My Funded Futures, the 50K starter account is only $48. That is an all-in cost. There is no activation fee on that. So it's a very good deal if you're a new customer or you don't currently have an open evaluation with them. Coupon code MM. If you do currently trade My Funded Futures, the coupon code will still get you 5% off. $76 all in for the 50K account. Fast Track is having a 40% off sale. That is a direct-to-funded account. Link is in the description for that. If you just use my link and then put in the code, I get credit for it. We do appreciate it. And then Tradeify currently 45% off as well. The link's in the description for that as well. So appreciate you guys using my codes. If you do, my codes are my links. Macro time is the last 10 minutes of the hour. I love music, and the first 10 minutes of the hour. So you can see we just hit 4 o'clock here. That typically is just the time where price runs to the liquidity that it's trying to draw to. So if you go back and you look at the last 10 minutes to the first 10 minutes, every single day, you typically are going to have more movement in that time than any other time. 50%. Yeah. I mean, who knows, Bowser? We'll see. Oh, you can see it looks like the draw is just higher here. Like we're not really showing a willingness to go lower yet. So like this is an inverse I would never take. This is also something that I try to say is like, you don't want to be longing in premium and shorting in discount. You'd rather let's long in discount and short in premium. That's going to keep you out of a lot of losers. So that's the reason I'm looking for a short up here as opposed to a long. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I have to go. I got to get over to the, we got to get up to about an hour and a half drive, hour and 45 minutes. So I will be back maybe for the power hour today, 3 p.m., 2:30 p.m., something like that if I'm home. If not, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Just remember, Bulenox sale does end tonight. And that's it. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.